When You Are Old, by W.B. Yeats. When You Are Old is a poem by the Irish poet William Butler Yeats. In the poem, which is published in Yeats's second collection, The Rose, 1893, the speaker asks someone to think ahead to old age, strongly suggesting that the addressee will eventually regret being unwilling to return the speaker's love. Most critics agree that the poem is about Yeats's relationship with Maud Gonne, an Irish actress and nationalist. The poem presents a portrait of decaying and dying youth and beauty. Let's look at the poem. When You Are Old, by William Butler Yeats. Stanza 1. When you are old and grey and full of sleep, and nodding by the fire, take down this book, and slowly read, and dream of the soft look your eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. Explanation: in the above lines, the poet addresses his beloved that she should take down this book, and read it slowly when she grows old, her hair become grey, and she sits by the fire feeling sleepy and nodding on some winter evening. The poet uses the demonstrative adjective this for the book. It means the poet means to indicate to her to read the particular book in which the present poem would also be there. He further suggests to his beloved that after going through the pages of the book of poems, she should recollect, as if in a dream, that her eyes once had the soft look and her eyes were deep and shadowy. It means she had very beautiful eyes. Stanza 2. How many loved your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love false or true? But one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. Explanation: in the first stanza, the poet suggests to her to analyze as to how many of the young men loved her truly or falsely. After a deep consideration she would reach the conclusion that all of them had physical love in their hearts for her. But still, there was one who loved her pilgrim soul. The poet also claims that he was always sensitive to the changes that went on her face from time to time. It shows the poet's deep devotion to her and is a testimony to his true love for her. He knew when her face showed the marks of sadness and sorrow. Only the poet was able to read and understand even the minutest changes on her face. Stanza 3. And bending down beside the glowing bars, murmur, a little sadly, how love fled, and paced upon the mountains overhead, and hid his face amid a crowd of stars. Explanation: in this stanza also, the poet again imagines his beloved as an old woman who is sitting beside the fire. Now she is bending down the glowing bars of the fireplace, and murmuring a few words of regret as to how the true love has fled from the world and become impossible to find. The poem presents a portrait of decaying and dying youth and beauty. End of the poem. And summary. Thank you.